Hey, my amplified unit. Fancy meeting you guys here. I didn't know we were doing this tonight. What's up, everybody? BC getting this thing rocking, man. Hold on, I'm just trying to get some playback. Check, check, B motherfucking C in the house. My amp unit about to bring down the motherfucking house. My amplified unit bringing the fire. All right, what's up, everybody? JR9's up in here, man. DeMonte, Alexi, Darkman, Eric, Iron, MD, Redhead, Carlos. All right, right now I got pretty good playback. Let me know if I'm blowing up the mic as usual. All right, guys? I'm going to switch over to my earbuds. Not that I don't love the Sony bass boosting, noise canceling, badass motherfuckers. What's up, everybody? I had to do this now. My Green Bay Packers are... My Green Bay Packers are playing in just a few hours. Thursday night football, man. Go, Pack, go. We got the Tennessee Titans in Lambeau. So hopefully my Green Bay Packers can get a big W, man. Thank you, man. On your way in, just make sure you guys smash that up for me. It helps the algorithm. And I just put up a video a few hours ago. That's why that really helps decipher the two videos on the channel with the algorithm. A few hours ago, many of you guys may not give a shit, but I did do an AEW review. I don't really call them that anymore because I don't want to piss off TK. Get in trouble by Tony Khan. We had some issues before when I was reviewing the shows, so I don't call them that per se. But I went over Dynamite from last night. And over an hour long, I gave my true feelings on Full Gear and how I felt about the show. I broke down every segment. And that video was out a few hours ago, so make sure you check that out after this one, or tonight, or tomorrow, whenever the fuck. Just make sure you check that out, man. A lot of good work went into that. So I appreciate that. Guys, before I get into some of the bigger topics that I want to talk about, hopefully I won't keep you guys here too long. Like I said, the Packers are on. Hopefully this will be about a half an hour, no more than an hour. But I do want to talk about Triple H. This dude needs an intervention. Somebody has to step in. I don't even give a fuck if it's the old bastard in Stanford just to say, hey, kid, stop signing everyone. Because the WWE ship right now is sinking with more and more people getting on the boat. We saw this problem with Tony Khan. Finally, he stopped for the most part. He slowly but surely keeps on signing motherfuckers. He just offered another contract to AR Fox, I believe his name is. So, I mean, it's never ending. In Triple H, it's the same fucking thing. More. Instead of just stopping the fucking forbidden door, the fruitful door, the front door, the basement door, the attic door, a side door, the woods door, your mama's door, it doesn't matter. Just shut all the fucking doors for a second. Concentrate on the talent that you have, and let's book them properly. Instead, we're just bringing more and more people in. So there's more names, man. We got to go over that, and we got to talk Toni Storm. She's doubling down, tripling down. She's just frustrated, and I can't blame her. With Thunder Rosa, that has to be said as well. So we're going to talk about that coming up, and a bunch of stuff. Scottie Too Hottie is in Hottie Waters. Talking about intergender wrestling, coming off of Rhea Ripley's comments. Scottie Too Hottie actually had to disable his social media accounts, man. He took a lot of heat. We're going to talk about that as well. And we will talk about Tony Khan's dream match for Full Gear. It's going to make you laugh, I assure you. And who knows, man. But I want to start off, we have to start off, man, with some unsettling news for AEW fans especially. Listen, I'm just the messenger in this, all right? I get no pleasure in saying this, but this is a channel where we talk about ratings. We talk about the Raw ratings, SmackDown. We even talk NXT and Rampage numbers. Go figure. So we have to talk AEW Dynamite, guys. Dynamite, a massive drop in the ratings for Dynamite this week, guys. Dynamite had a go-home show for Full Gear. Go-home show. This is where you put all the marbles in it. You're hoping you're going to get one of your biggest audiences because a chunk of that is what's going to be buying your pay-per-view Saturday night. This is for all the chips on the table. And AEW pulled in 818,000 viewers. They from last week, 930,000 to this week's 818,000. For those of you mathematicians, as long as you're not doing Steiner math, what that equals out to, guys, is 112,000 viewers decided not to tune in this week. AEW lost 112,000 viewers and nobody knows why. You can't even say football was on. You can't say there was a presidential something or a holiday or basketball's back now. But you say, who the fuck gives a shit right now? Look at the fucking numbers for NBA. There was no real competition to come in fourth on the night the way that they did with a go-home show. There was no real reason to lose 112,000 viewers. Just over, actually. And on top of that, guys, they lost the 0.4 in the demo. The demo was under 0.30 at a 0.28 from last week's 0.32. So the 18-49 said, check you, I'm not into this full gear shit. On top of that, you look at the card that Tony Khan put out there last night. Guys, I mean, that was a rough card. I mean, he paraded out there Toni Storm versus Anna Jay. Bandito versus, who did Bandito take on, guys? I don't know if I have those notes even with me right now. Who did Bandito take on? Bandito was in there with, and you guys know, Ethan Page. Thank you, guys. Ethan Page versus Bandito. Anna Jay versus Toni Storm. What else did you guys have, man? We had another fucking awkward match, didn't we? What the hell was the other awkward match, man? Hold on, I know there was another one. Anthony Bowens, Swerve Strickland. Thank you, guys. Anthony Bowens versus Swerve Strickland. Now, I don't care how over the Acclaimed are. This is your go-home show, and you're having a singles match between Anthony Bowens and Swerve Strickland on a same card that you have Anna Jay taking on Toni Storm and Ethan Page versus Bandito. I don't know how many fans you thought you were capturing. And I know if there's AEW diehards in here, I liked it, basically. I don't care what anyone says. It's for the niche, and we loved it. I hear you guys, man. I really do. Unfortunately, Tony Khan is slamming his dome piece into a brick wall right now because he doesn't give a fuck about that. Tony Khan knows this is the full gear go-home show. Tony Khan knows damn well he was trying to pull for that mill, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe Tony Khan is honestly just booking for his own pleasure. Wait till you hear what he calls a dream match for Full Gear. I'm gonna get to that in just a couple of minutes. Because this is gonna fucking rattle you. If this is what Tony Khan thinks his dream matches, man, or his personal dream matches, I don't know if this bodes well for AEW going forward. But this card was awkward, man. It was a very awkward thing. I mean, one of the highlight matches for Full Gear is Saraya versus Britt Baker, right? This is Saraya's Paige's return match as Saraya. And in Britt Baker, this last night should have been a fucking just an epic encounter, something so intriguing that it just puts this over the top as a marquee match. And instead, Britt Baker, it was a good one, but she just cut a little 2-minute promo backstage. And then Saraya cut a 20-second promo before she just stormed off because she just wants to wrestle. And that was it. That's all they had, guys, for Saraya and Britt Baker on the go-home show. You can't do that, bro. That's dropping the ball. Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter, do you know how they escalated their final chance to sell people on this match? Toni Storm defeated Anna Jay. Jamie Hayter power walks to the ring like she's gonna do something. They stare at each other, and Jamie Hayter just pushes the boobs of Toni Storm. Now, I understand most human beings, male or female, would love to push the boobs of Toni Storm. I get it. But this is the go-home show. This is your last chance to sell everybody on why the fuck we should care about Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm. And she just presses her boobs. Fucking Toni goes back a step or two, and then Jamie Hayter goes, and storms back just as fast as she stormed to the ring. It was awkward, guys. Anybody who watched Dynamite last night knows that was a fucking awkward encounter. And Tony Khan approving that, or maybe making that up, that was fucking horrendous. That is not how you sell Full Gear with the women. It's like he didn't even give a fuck about the ladies. The 2 women's matches at Full Gear got no fucking love last night at all. And then you go into the 4-way for the ROH championship, all right? They just put them all in a tag match, right? Cesaro or Claudio and Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. He puts them in a tag match, and then they're all going to face each other Saturday night at Full Gear. So you're basically doing JR9. I think it was you who said it perfectly in the last video that I put up a few hours ago. It's Vince McMahon book, VKM booking, right? You put them all in a match, and then they'll all be in another match at the pay-per-view. Just in a different variation. JR9, I think it was you, brother. It was absolutely correct. And that's that type of booking where you got to get away from. We don't necessarily need to see everybody already in there just to pay money to see them all in there again 5 nights later, 3 nights later in this case, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 nights from now. It's fucking odd, man. Poor Mox. Mox is in there cutting straight fire promos like he always does with MJF. But this poor guy has been carrying the back on his company with MJF. That poor guy finally had a moment last night where he started to break down. He didn't even know when the fucking event was on. He's like, Sunday night, you're not taking this title. Or Saturday. Sunday? Saturday? What day is the event on? He looks right at MJF. He totally breaks character. He's like, what day is this event on? MJF's like, Saturday. I mean, I don't know, man. It was an off night for sure for AEW. And they picked a bad time to have an off night. Because this was the Full Gear go-home show. This is where you want to get the most people to buy your pay-per-view. And guys, they lost 112,000 viewers from last week, man. They went down to an 818,000. Do you guys realize that's approximately 155,000 viewers away from NXT? I'm going to say that again because I believe NXT pulled a 663. JR's, I hope, still in the chat, and he can confirm that. I just went over this yesterday. I don't have that number in front of me, but I think they pulled a 663 NXT. So 818 for AEW Dynamite, 763, 73, 83, 93, 03, 13. That's 155,000 viewers away. This is the closest that gap has been in a few months. And there was no real competition. You can't keep claiming every fucking sport, right? Football did it, BC. That's why Raw didn't. NBA's back, BC. Hockey is back, BC. Trump's running for president, BC. It doesn't matter. My grandmother's birthday is tomorrow, BC. It doesn't matter all the excuses. This is a go-home show. There was no real competition for anybody not to have their remote control set. Sit that shit down right on Dynamite. I'm actually taken back. I follow trends and trajectories with numbers. You guys know that. My tried and trues will tell you. I do numbers faithfully. I had this show pegged at a 925. I understood that they were not going to pull the 930 from last week. I understood it was not a good show. But I thought the tried and trues, the diehard fans, the niche, mixed in with some casuals because it is a go-home show, I thought they would do enough not to lose more than 5 to 10,000. So I had it about a 918 to a 925. 818? 818? Where the hell did that come from? How the hell did you lose 112 G's? Guys, I'm actually taken back by that. I truly am, man. I cannot believe Dynamite performed that pathetically. Where they're 18,000 fans away from dipping into the 700,000s. I mean, I thought we were done with that. I thought we had a nice steady stream of 900,000 plus. Right after the whole media scrum fallout, we had several weeks of 1 million plus. Then they slowly went back to 9, and now we fastly went into 800. So anyway, guys, I don't want to be Iman. Yeah, pretty much, brother. Pretty much. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I talk about ratings for every show. I had to go over AEW's ratings here, guys, because I got this This was not supposed to be one of my main subjects on this stream, and it became fastly one of my main subjects when I got this a half an hour before I knew I was going live. So that's the deal on Dynamite and 818,000. I really do hope they rebound from this, because that's horrible. And now they're right. I mean, but careful. If you're AEW, watch how much shit you talk to NXT, because they're only 155,000 fans away from you. Moving on, the latest on Andrade's status with AEW is that he has been suspended by AEW. We kind of already thought that, but now it's being confirmed. On top of that, there's a recent photo released by Andrade from a hospital bed, and the caption says, "I'll explain later." What the fuck? Did he fucking sneak backstage and fucking fight Sammy Guevara again? What happened with Andrade? I don't know what the hell happened to Andrade, man. But this dude is not having a good month. First he's suspended, then he winds up in a hospital bed. Fucking maybe Charlotte Flair gave him a moonsault after some sexy time. Who the fuck knows? But at this point, I would just let Andrade kind of go his own way. He wants to be with his wife in WWE. Triple H is having a hiring spree, right? Triple H is like, fuck it, everybody, come on in. If Vince released you, I'm bringing you back. Not even worrying about where the fuck all these people are going, because he already doesn't know what he's doing with the people that he has. When Vince released these people, you remember what he told Tony? He told Tony, he said maybe AEW will hire everybody we're letting go, right? And they'll just sink their own ship like WCW did when they started hiring everybody. I don't know if Vince thought it was going to be his own fucking son-in-law sinking the own ship. But I don't know how the fuck this dude is... Wait till you hear. I got some more Triple H fucking news on hiring motherfuckers in a little bit. But that's the latest with Andrade, man. I hope the best for him. I don't know what this hospital bed shit is. He says he'll explain later. And again, we're hearing confirmation that he is, in fact, suspended by AEW. If that is the case, let him go. You know what I mean? If he's not happy there, if you're just going to be suspending the motherfucker, then Tony Khan just has to let him go. And I know the new rule in AEW is Tony Khan does not want to release people. He no longer wants to release anybody. I understand that. Because you don't want anybody going to Triple H because you know he's hiring motherfuckers. I get it. But at the same time, if somebody is that unhappy and you're just holding them there because they signed a contract, it's basically like just holding a prisoner captive. They don't want to be there. You're holding them against their will. They never wanted to sign that shit. They regret signing it. They'll give you some money back if you just let them go. Just let them go, bro. I used to say the same thing to Vince McMahon. I always said the same thing to Vince McMahon when people wanted to take off. Even recently, like Ali. And they're just like, no. And now Triple H is just making him pay. Triple H is just punishing Ali. I mean, absolutely brutally punishing Ali, man. I don't know what's better, the way Vince was doing it or the way Triple H is doing it. But if you're Tony Khan, I would honestly just let him go. If you're just going to suspend him, and if he's just going to be unhappy, and if he's just going to cause fights backstage, let Andrade be with his wife, Charlotte Flair, in WWE. Also, Kevin Owens, guys, the latest we're hearing is, yes, he is injured. That's why he was off Raw again this week. He was injured at that house show, defeating Austin Theory, by the way, after the Money in the Bank bullshit went down. And Triple H paraded him out there the whole weekend live events. He lost to Kevin Owens. Oh, I tell you. And then Kevin Owens got injured, and we're hearing that he will be on Monday Night Raw Monday. Is this really going to set up War Games? I mean, are you really going to put an injured Kevin Owens? It's good to know that it's not that severe of an injury, but he's injured enough to be helped out of the ring at that live event and injured enough to miss this week's shows. And you're just going to throw this motherfucker into War Games? I don't know if that's the fucking most brilliant thing to do. But the latest we're hearing on Owens is, yes, he was injured. It's not that severe, and you could actually see him at this week's shows. Televised. Maybe even SmackDown is where they want to set this up. I mean, there's only 1 week left before Survivor Series, and the card is still half unfilled. And the card that is going to be filled, like Gunther's opponent and Ronda Rousey's opponent, Those are fucking filled up by bullshit schmaz matches. Ronda's opponent, Shotzi, got called in from a six-pack challenge. Yeah, because we want to be lazy. We don't want to use creativity. So we'll just throw 6 ladies out there. One of them will win because she probably drives a fucking tank, and that fits the War Games theme. And Shotzi's claiming that Ronda's never been in the ring with anybody like her, but she's been in the ring with you, and she made you tap out 5 months ago. And Gunther is going to find his number 1 contender from a bullshit tournament. And then you have 2 War Games matches. One that just got settled for the ladies on Monday, and the other one, the men's, we still don't even have it finalized yet. We don't know if Owens is going to be there or not in it. Sami Zayn, who the fuck knows? I tell ya. I just hope they're careful with Kevin Owens, man. You don't need to do anything to him. You don't need to do anything. He doesn't need to be. Let's be honest. I don't think anybody's clamoring to see an injured Kevin Owens in War Games just because it's Kevin Owens. We respect the dude. Much love and respect to Kevin Owens. Can't wait to see him back fully and 100%. I don't need to see him in War Games, guys. That's not going to make or break War Games. The match isn't even official. It's going to be made official 7 days before. I can give a fuck. I couldn't give 2 fucks if Kevin Owens is in the match or not. It's a schmaz either way. There's going to be 10 fucking guys, 2 rings, and a huge cage. Just entertain me, bro. Make me give a fuck. Have a cliffhanger when it's all said and done. Catapult us into something special after Survivor Series so we all can give a shit. That's all I'm asking for, bro. I don't need to see fucking Kevin Owens. I don't understand. Unit, what's up, Unit? Smash that up on the way up. On the way up and in. In and up. Smash that shit. Make sure we go over 100, brah. As we get into some of the meat and bones of the stories I want to go over. So that's the latest with Kevin Owens, Andrade, and AEW's rating. Again, if you're just tuning in, AEW has lost 112,000 viewers from last week's 930. They're at an 818,000. That just came out about an hour ago. AEW Dynamite, 818,000 viewers, down in the demo as well to .28. A horrible week for Dynamite, as it is a full gear go-home show. I'm sure TK as BC was not expecting that. Toni Storm, I want to go over this, guys. Toni Storm continues to express her displeasure with Thunder Rosa, still holding the AEW women's title. Storm says in her latest interview, and this is not the first time, guys, but Storm says in her latest interview with The Ringer, and I quote, "Personally, I think she should just come to work." Literally, that's what Toni Storm says about Rosa. I think she should just come to work and defend her championship like she's supposed to. If the injury lingers too long, I believe she should probably be stripped. And then I should be the AEW Women's Undisputed Champion like I was supposed to be at All Out. That's verbatim. I think she should defend her title. End quote. Damn! Now, BC has covered Toni Storm's frustrations with Thunder Rosa. A lot of the locker room just does not like Rosa. It's not just Britt Baker's girls, guys. Toni Storm flacks by herself, for instance. And Toni Storm is just frustrated because the finish was supposed to be Toni gets the belt, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Rosa has a bad back injury. All out of nowhere, she can't compete. And the way Rosa tells the story is her own friends were questioning if it's real or not. That's never good if your own friends don't believe you. But the women's locker room does not believe Rosa at all. And because it's a back injury, you really can't detect what the actual issue is most of the time. So 1 month turned into 2, turned into 3, and now we're hearing 2023 before Thunder Rosa is able to come back. Toni Storm's pissed the fuck off. This poor girl, you got to think about it, guys. She was going to be the world champion for the women at All Out, and then all of a sudden, boom, I don't want to do the job for you. And this is not the first time that Thunder Rosa didn't want to do the job. And that's why a lot of people are pissed off. They could have went about this a million different ways, and I blame Tony Khan more than anybody. You could have had her come in. I don't care. The fruit roll-up is hot these days. Everybody loses via a roll-up. So Rosa goes in there, a distraction, and a roll-up. Boom. Toni Storm wins the title. Rosa can go out for the next fucking year and rehab her back. why the fuck Tony Khan would keep the title on Rosa with a back injury knowing that there's no timetable to come back is absolutely foolish. Because now you just pigeonholed your entire roster. Nobody gives a fuck about interim titles. Look what Wardlow said about the interim championship for CM Punk's. When CM Punk got to walk away, go home with the fucking title, right? Fucking Larry is sleeping on the world title at home while everybody else is busting their ass in All Elite Wrestling. And Wardlow's like, I don't want to go for no fucking stupid interim championship. Then he made himself look even more stupid, and he went for the TNT championship because he forgot to realize that if you win the interim title, you get to be the first person to take on Punk when he comes back. So Wardlow ended up looking more stupid. But the second that Wardlow said, I don't want no farce championship, well, what the fuck did you think people were going to look at the women's title? It's going to be a farce, the interim title. Fuck the interim shit. That needs to be done. Interim champions are just ruining the roster. This guy, Tony Khan, guys, didn't even know. It's a back injury with no timetable to return. It's not like a fucking blown ACL or a meniscus or a fucking dislocated shoulder. You snapped your fucking arm back and you got a 6 to 9 month rehab or 2 to 4 months. This back injury has no fucking timetable. Could be a week, could be a fucking year. And Tony Khan's like, just go home with it. We'll make a new champion. And then when you come back, the two champions will face each other just like we did with Punk. Because the Punk situation was perfect, right? Oh, we all know how CM Punk keeping the title while there's an interim title holder. We all know how that worked out, didn't we? This is working out nearly just as bad with the roster pissed off. Toni Storm feels like all of this is for nothing. And she doesn't believe it. She doesn't believe that this back injury kept her from just doing one fucking job. It's not like Randy Orton, who had this fucking back injury, and it looks like it's so severe that it... No, Thunder Rosa's on Busted Open, fucking trying to get her narrative across. She's like, listen, I'm just doing what Tony tells me. He told me to keep the title, and I'm just rehabbing, and I hope to be back one day. One day. I don't know why everyone's mad at me. Because you were so not liked backstage because you pull shit like this so many times. If everybody doesn't like you, that's a problem. If some people or a clique, like maybe it's just Baker's clique was the narrative, but if everybody has a problem, if nobody believes you, there comes a time you gotta look in the mirror, bro. Toni Storm is just a badass chick. She just wants to fucking have this match, just do the job. She wants you to just do what is right. I'm going to say her quote again because I'm going to say this one time really loud, guys. I am with Toni 1,000,000,000%. She says, and I quote, personally, I think she should just come to work and defend her championship like she's supposed to. If the injury lingers too long, I believe she should be stripped. And then I should be the AEW Women's Undisputed Champion like I was supposed to be at All Out. That's verbatim, she says. She wants you to know she's not mincing her words. Print that shit. Back in the day when you were pissed off and you said something to the news report, you said, print it. Print it. Verbatim. And she ends it with, I think she should defend her title. I agree with Toni Storm, guys. I'm not even a big Toni Storm fan. You guys know that. So I'm impartial here. Okay, I don't fucking... I'm not stroking... I'm not hanging on the fucking right nipple of Toni Storm. I assure you, I'm not even a fan. So for me to say, like, man, I stand with this woman 110%. I saw this all go down from the jump, and I was like, wait a second, what are we doing? Just Rosa's back injury wasn't bad enough. She can't go in there and do a fucking... some stupid shit to drop the title. But you gotta put it on Storm. That's the plan. Right before Thunder's about to lose it, you're having her go home with the title for fucking months? This was a botch by Tony Khan that is inexcusable and unacceptable simultaneously. It is simultaneously inexcusable and unacceptable. And I agree. She says, Toni says, if the injury lingers too long, she should be stripped. Absolutely what I've been saying for the last month. It is too fucking much Too long. Time is up, Toni. Take the fucking title off of Thunder Rosa now. It's done. She can get first crack at it in 2023 when she comes back. How about it? But I don't understand how much time is going to be given. What if this takes to March, April? This guy keeps digging his own fucking grave, his own hole. The longer it gets, it's almost going to be too late. You can't turn back now. After 5 months, you're just going to go, by the way, we're taking the title off of Thunder for inactivity. You know, back in the day, this is why I miss pro wrestling too. Back in the day, WWE used to have a guy called President Jack Tunney. He wasn't really the president. He was just an on-air character. President Jack Tunney would enforce what was known as the 30-day rule. Used to be as well 60 days, then it became 30 days. Maybe it went back to 60 over time. But if you didn't defend your title in 30 fucking days, and again, it was 60 at one point as well. If you didn't defend your title in that slot, gone. President Jack Tunney did not fuck around, guys. President Jack Tunney has taken many titles in his day, bro. And you always knew when you saw President Jack Tunney show up to WWE, you knew somebody was in deep trouble, bro. President Jack Tunney was not fucking around. Well, I wish Tony Khan would become President Tony Khan for a second. Not of the U.S. No, please. But he just needs to take the fucking title, bro. You can't have a title for that long. I don't care if you're injured or you're fucking tied up in a tree fort somewhere, right? You made a tree fort, right? I don't know. Maybe Thunder Rosa likes to have a little bit of side fun. She builds tree forts. She was coming down one day and she fucking caught her foot and she's hanging upside down the last 4 months. Has anybody seen Thunder Rosa? I think she's still upside down in the treehouse. I don't care. If she's hanging up by a thread on a treehouse, if you can't make the dates, your title has to come off of you. If she's having a 4-month binge at the local Waffle House, enjoy the waffles, but give your title up. I am 1,000,000,000% standing with Toni Storm on this. Moving on, speaking of Tony Khan, he just conducted his full gear presser just a few hours ago, guys, before we went live. And a couple of interesting topics to touch base on. Number one, he will still not say a word on CM Punk's status with the company, guys. He will not say one word about CM Punk, and that's even after the investigation is over. Investigation's done. Everybody else is either now talking or EVPs are coming back to wrestle. And Tony Khan refuses to answer any report. I mean, this is just it's a simple question. We're not asking you the details. We're saying, what's the status? Are you in a buyout? Do you think there's a chance Punk can just say something, because you have people that literally are trying to report your company. They're trying to cover it. I mean, why just be a clown, dude, and just give nothing like you're the kid in school who has all the answers and you don't want to give anybody any help. You're just sitting there in a corner smirking. I know everything, you don't. Then don't do the interviews, bro. If you're not going to answer the real questions, don't do the interviews. Because that's all you get in a Tony Khan interview. You're going to get, I can't answer that. You're going to get, this is going to be a dream match. And you're going to get, don't miss Rampage. This Friday night. Don't miss Dynamite Wednesday. That's all you're going to get in every single one of his fucking interviews. And speaking of dream matches, listen to this. The second thing I got out of his presser. According to TK, his dream match at Full Gear is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby Allin. Now listen, we all love Sting. Much props and respect to Sting, bro. Pop the bubbly for Sting. And Jay Lethal's my boy. Big fan of Jay Lethal, even though most people don't even know what the fuck this dude can do in the ring. But that's your fucking dream match, dog? This guy is... Guys, we are moving the goalposts when we talk about dream matches these days. I mean, we're starting to... I mean, give it a couple of weeks now that Bandito is picking up more... Tony Khan is going to promote a dream match. Pac versus Bandito. Or Penta versus Bandito. You know, because they fly a lot. Dream match. Now, I understand, guys. I understand before you say BC. Every person has personal dream matches, right? I get it. We all have personal dream matches. I totally fucking get it, guys. I would have loved to have seen the Big Boss Man versus Stone Cold both in their prime. That match to BC, yep, just sign me up, please. That would be fucking epic. I would love to see in their prime Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles, right? I have personal dream matches. I understand. Some of them will connect with everybody and we'll all go, yep, that's a dream match. Others, like Shawn Michaels AJ, a lot of people would say, yep, dream match. Big Boss Man versus Stone Cold, a lot of people would go, probably not a dream match for me, BC. But when you start to say that Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Darby Allin and Sting is your dream match, bro, you may have a couple 2-3 screws loose up in your dome piece. And then it gets even funnier. Check this shit out, guys. Check this shit. Oh, what are you guys doing? You spitting out some of your dream matches? Let's see what that is, man. That's always fun. What are you guys coming up with? Kurt Angle, Bret Hart? Fuck yeah, Iman Perry, no fucking doubt, dude. Boogeyman and Denhausen, pile driver, all right. Darby and Bandito, yeah, right? Yeah. That's Tony Khan's gonna promote it, trust me. Sting Undertaker is no doubt. Yeah, a lot of you guys saying Kurt Angle, Bret, no fucking doubt, man. Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega is absolutely a dream match for BC. No fucking question. Mikhail, Rock and John Cena, you got to see that twice on the biggest stage of them all. Twice. WrestleMania. Oh, you got it, Axe, man. Khali versus Gonzalez versus Omos. The triple match. Triple threat of a lifetime. Oh, yeah. WrestleMania. When the giant Omos takes on the immovable object, Giant Gonzalez. And the force to be reckoned with, Khali. It's the match made in hell. Sorry. Bray Wyatt, Mankind, MJF, Roddy Piper. Yeah, you guys get the deal. You know what's funny though, guys, is I don't see in what you guys are saying right now in the live chat, I'm not seeing a lot of Sting and Darby versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethals. And that's what I mean. What is Tony... And the funniest part is this, guys. All right, if that's his personal dream match, whatever, man. Let the guy have some fun. But listen to this. TK said, and I quote, "It'll be fun to see Sting and Jeff Jarrett go at it again in great shape and still in their prime." Just a few hours ago, he just said, it'll be fun to see them in great shape Saturday and still in their prime. Jeff Jarrett and Sting, according to Tony Khan, are still in their prime. They have a combined age of 188. They have more mileage behind them than in front of them. And that's their prime? Now, we love Sting. Jeff Jarrett's been cutting some damn good promos the last couple of weeks. Jarrett looked good in Ric Flair's last match. I use that in quotes because I don't know if that was Ric Flair's last match. You never know with Ric Flair. He'll probably have 36 more matches. So I'm not fucking... no shade to Jeff Jarrett and Sting at all. Sting's still flying off rafters and shit. But their prime? I mean, does somebody want to let Tony Khan know what the word prime in pro wrestling means? I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean when you're 62. I can't with Tony Khan, bro. He's so much fun, though. He really is. Everything MJ... If you guys missed my review, I just put up a AEW Dynamite review a few hours ago. I can't call it a review, but it's a review. I couldn't call it really that earlier. I mean, Tony Khan doesn't like me reviewing because I'm so fucking... I critique it heavily. But, man, we talked about what MJF said about CM Punk and about loving WWE live to Bridgeport last night. After the show went off the air, MJF just went off with Tony Khan in the ring with him. BC went over what he said, my feelings on it, and I agree with MJF on what he said about Tony Khan for the most part. I absolutely do. But damn, is he not one of the funniest motherfuckers to take what he said and just have a good laugh. But I hope he really doesn't think they're in their prime, guys, because that's not good. You can't do that. You can't do that shit. Anyway, moving on, guys. Former WWE superstar, or should I say NXT star, Bronson Reed, Jonah, is reportedly, or has reportedly been offered a return to WWE under the tutelage and guidance of Paul Triple H Levesque. Jonah Bronson Reed. What are we doing here, bro? I'm asking you guys seriously, what the fuck are we doing? Even if you like this dude, right? This is not shade to Bronson. We know for a big dude, he can fly, he can do the splash, he's quick, right? I mean, I used to call him a bootleg Funkasaurus because I just didn't see what you could possibly do with this guy on the main roster that's really going to connect with everybody. I just don't think that Bronson, and he's such a good dude, I don't think he's got what it takes to be super over in on the main roster, man, because I don't think that Vince or Triple H really know how to promote him that way. And I don't think he's got the fucking personality and charisma. That's just what I have seen from Bronson. But now I can at least say he's no longer a bootleg Funkasaurus because Tyrus has looked pretty fucking bad in the last several matches I've seen Tyrus in. Funkasaurus. So, that would be disrespect to call Bronson a bootleg Funkasaurus these days. But guys, I gotta be honest with you, man. Even if you like Bronson, where are you fitting all of these people in? I would ask Papa H this. Papa H, where the fuck are you bringing all of these people into, bro? Like, where is everybody going? How the fuck are you possibly going to fit now Bronson in there when you cannot handle all of the talent that you have now? You don't know what to do with Johnny Gargano. You have him in this weird Miz Dexter thing with a fucking whistle. Johnny Gargano for 2 fucking months has been trying to get the Miz to tell the truth about Dexter. That's what you brought in Johnny Gargano for? Candice LeRae comes in to get 50-50 booked for 4 matches, and then she's gone. Mia Yim just shows up on a Friday night to crickets. Everybody's in their snuggies sleeping. And I love Mia Yim, but what the fuck? If you're not going to fucking promote her like something special and you're just going to have her show up, then why would anybody give a fuck? Sarah Logan comes up as a third Viking, and people are like, what the fuck are we doing? They're just popping up out of nowhere. This is the same thing that I was... This is how truthful I am, guys. For months, I told Tony Khan, you got to cut the shit, man. You can't just bring more and more people in to pop a rating and just to tell everybody you got to tune in Wednesday because I have a huge announcement or there's a huge signing coming in. Because that's going to pop a rating just a little bit for a week or two, tops. And then you're going to be right back where you were. The only difference is now you're going to have even more talent that is sinking your ship. At what point does Triple H have to stop this, man? I'm hearing Matt Cardona could show back up. I'm hearing Chelsea Green is coming back. I mean, that's what I've been reporting for weeks now. Looks like she ended things with Impact, and that looks to be the same. And they're a couple anyway, I still believe, Matt Cardona and Chelsea. So they would come in as a couple. I just don't know what the fuck, where you're going to fit them, man. What are you going to do? I mean, see, as fans, you know what we all do, right? As fans, we all just want to see everybody, right? Like, there's probably some Bronson like, I'm not big on Bronson. I just don't think he's going to move the needle. I don't see how he's going to be a larger-than-life superstar. I don't see that charisma in him. But some of you guys may like Bronson. Okay, a lot of you guys might want to see Matt Cardona come back. Old school Zack Ryder. He says he doesn't want to come back as Zack Ryder if he does. Listen, it'll be cool to see him. But my question is, once you stop with it would be so cool to see him back, when you start thinking about it, where do they go? What do you do with all these people, guys? That's a very serious question because we saw how Tony Khan got overwhelmed with all of the fucking talent to the point where the show started to suffer. And Triple H just seems to do everything Tony Khan does. He's not proactive. He just copies. He copies everything Tony Khan does. He did this when they were on the Wednesday Night Wars. He's doing specially themed Wednesday shows. I'm going to do specially themed Wednesday shows. He just copies and he gets his ass whooped that way. You may not like Vince Russo, but I agree. I totally believe him when he said that he had to write everything for Triple H. There was wrestlers that would always say, like, I want to do it this way, or can I do this, and have their own ideas. Vince Russo says all the DX shit, the Hunter Hearst, Hunter Hearst was a little before Vince Russo. The DX, everything was from Vince Russo because Paul Levesque never had a fucking idea. Vince Russo had to fucking verbatim everything for this guy. And I think he honestly thinks if I just bring in everybody that was released, people are going to be like, wow, H is doing amazing. Well, the ratings, they say a different story, bro. You're pulling in 1.6s the last 2 weeks. Monday Night Football is not just the blame, bro. Last year, Vince was over 1.7 at this time. So by what you're saying, guys, is that Vince McMahon was beating Monday Night Football better than Triple H? Because Monday Night Raw was 1.7 plus, 1.8 around this time. Now it is a 1.6. So which is it? I'm just trying to find out. Because Monday Night Football doesn't have the extra 500,000 viewers on their channel. So I'm just saying, if we're looking at it the right way, you got to call it what it is, man. Triple H is suffering in the ratings. And it's because his method is just to bring more wrestlers in. And it's great to see them. And then we all go and talk about it, right? Wow! This person's back. And then we have to go, oh shit, now you're in a clogged company. I mean, I don't know how Johnny Gargano gets a championship. Johnny Wrestling, I don't even see in the next calendar year how he gets a world title. Possibly a mid-card title. I don't even know how you get it off of, I mean, Johnny Gargano versus Seth Rollins would be an awesome match. But I don't know how he's going to get a fucking title. Alpha Academy is not going to be the ones to defeat the Usos, so I don't know when Alpha Academy is ever going to touch gold. I don't know when Bobby Lashley is ever going to sniff a title in the future. It's clear he's not getting the U.S. title, nor would anybody want to see him. I mean, we just want this U.S. title thing with Lashley and Rollins just be fucking done with. Looks like Theory's going to be the one to take it anyway. But he already had that fucking title. My point is, there's so many fucking people. I mean, like, JR9 had a good idea if you did it the right way and had Sami Zayn getting the title from Roman Reigns, but then that brought up a conundrum. Isn't Cody Rhodes supposed to take the title? It's clogged. Drew McIntyre couldn't even get a title. If this company wasn't as clogged as it is, Drew McIntyre would have probably walked away with a fucking title. But let's keep bringing more people in, man. There's way too many, guys. There's way too many. You guys probably don't want to hear that because you want to see Matt Cardona. You want to see Chelsea. I get it. Chelsea never had a chance to show what she could do in the main roster. It's criminal. I'm just asking the questions, though, guys, that nobody else wants to ask. We're all just getting so excited, and then the ratings keep dropping when the new people come in, right? Think about it, guys. Everybody that came in for Triple H, right? Even if you don't like BC, right? You're still watching anyway. But you just don't like me. But everything I'm saying is accurate. All of these people that Triple H brought back, and the ratings have went down. Raw is now fucking around 1.6s. That's not just Monday Night Football, guys. That would be a 200,000 to 300,000 drop. But again, Vince McMahon was at a 1.7, 1.8 at last year this around time. So this has nothing to do with just football. This is the show. People don't give a fuck. SmackDown has hovered that 2.2, 2.3. All of the talent that came in cannot spark SmackDown at all. Wasn't this the same shit we said about Tony Khan? How he hired everybody, and the ratings either stayed the same or they went the opposite way. If you're gonna say it about Tony Khan, you gotta keep the same fucking energy for the man of three H's. It is clear now that just signing more and more talent is not working, guys. It's not working. That's the fucking truth. Scottie Hottie is in some fucking trouble now, and let me see if I can cue this up myself. Scottie Hottie went on a whole fucking little tirade about intergender wrestling matches and how he just doesn't want to do them, and he put promoters on blast. This is what Scottie Hottie had to say, and then afterwards he had to delete his social because people came for that motherfucker. They're like, hold up, Scottie, hold up. Scottie Hottie says this, and I quote, "Dear promoters, I do not, capital letters, fight women. I'm 49 and have a 20-year-old daughter. Hurting women isn't appealing to me. I understand that there are men that do it these days. It's just not my thing. If that makes me old or out of touch, I'll take it. Please stop trying to book it." Afterwards, he even acknowledges that he had matches with China and such. He's had intergender matches, to which he says it was a different time, a different place. And he says, "I wasn't a father to a 20-year-old daughter." People came for that because they felt that was absolutely contradictory and a little bit hypocritical. Because it suited him when he was doing it and making the money, but now that promoters want to promote it and the women want to do it because it's not real fighting, it's a show. Pro wrestling is unlike anything else, man, in the world. So the women want to put on a show with the men. Why not? If everybody's on board, the promoter, the dudes, the women, then, and I like Scottie Hottie. He's actually a really good dude. IRL, really good dude. But I mean, this is a shit take, if you're asking BC. To not only put promoters on blast, but simultaneously, guys, he's acting like he's better than that. Because it's a show. Shows have women battling dudes. And if you guys think about it, most, there's been some occasions, but most of these intergender matches or confrontations with the women and the men ends with the women looking actually pretty strong. You know? Okay, they may get dinged up here and there, but ultimately, the women does look strong. I mean, just ask Jordan Grace about fucking taking on the dudes and what it did for her career. Ask China. Well, you can't. Much love to China, man. You can't do that. Much love to China. I already went through this yesterday. R.I.P., man. Man, do we miss China. But, anyway, it'd be nice if we could as China, but China, man, benefited so massively. Rhea Ripley, guys. Rhea Ripley. I mean, these comments came right after Rhea Ripley's comments saying that she welcomes competition from the men. Like, she wants to do more with the men. Not necessarily matches so everybody can relax. I don't want to see that. No, she just wants to do more. She thinks that she can take some fucking wrestling hits. Let her do more with them. We all love the body slam to Gallows. I thought that was so much fun. I don't think Gallows got hurt from that at all, as far as how we view him. So Rhea Ripley is saying, dude, let's rock. Yeah, some of you guys are saying Lita as well, Nia even, yup. So Rhea Ripley's saying, dude, like let's do this. And then Scottie Hottie's got to be the party pooper and put promoters on blast. Now they're going to be scared to even book that shit. And you're ruining it for people like Rhea Ripley and so many others, and Jordan Grace, and all the fans that are okay with it. I just think that Scottie Hottie, it's one thing to have your opinion, and that's cool. It's one thing to have a hot take, right? Shit, podcasts like this, we have them all the time. But I don't think that you had to put intergender wrestling on such blast and put yourself on such a pedestal because now you have a 20-year-old daughter, and a wrestling television show is just too much. And where does it end? Then for Scottie Hottie, anything in the Attitude Era is just too much and should never be seen again in pro wrestling. That's bullshit. It's a television show. You can go watch a fucking R-rated movie, but you can't see fucking anything in WWE or AEW that remotely gives you a sense that you're watching something more than just the average. You're watching something that more than just a fucking 12-year-old should be watching. If your daughter's 20, bro, guess what that means? She's a fucking grown adult. If she wants to see Rhea Ripley take on Carl Anderson, I'm sure the world is not going to melt, buddy. Anyway, so he had to delete his social after that. I hope he's back up. I mean, you never want to see that, but but apparently he just, he caught a lot of heat for that because it was just, I agree. I thought it was a shit take. This is a time where you got some badass ladies that can do a lot of good angles. Again, I'm not even saying matches, guys. If you do it the right way, I'm on board with that too. But you can do fun shit like what we saw with Rhea and Gallows. And for Scottie too Hottie just to be like, no, I have a 20-year-old daughter and that is unacceptable. And he's yelling at the promoters, do not book this, in capital letters. Who the fuck are you, bro? We're about to go to an hour, guys, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. I appreciate it, guys. That was within 20 minutes of notice, this live stream, and I still had fucking 100 of you guys coming in and out the whole fucking hour. I appreciate that. To the thousands of you guys, you know the routine. I only gave 20 minutes of notice, but you should have been fucking notified anyway. Even if you stopped in just to say what's up and smash that up, which, by the way, we just went over 150, guys. Fuck yeah. We're headed toward 200 on the ups. Let's rock that shit out. I appreciate all you guys, man. There were some supers, and when I say some, it looked like there was a fucking bunch, so I'm not leaving until I get everybody in. I know the Packers are playing in just a little bit. But for right now, for at least now, you guys are coming before my Green Bay Packers. I never say that, by the way. But if you threw Beastie a coffee, then I'll be damned if you do not get a shout out. I just got to get you guys up. Hold on, man. I got to see where we started here. Oh, there was a lot of you guys. What the fuck? You guys came fucking rocking today, dude. Where the hell did we start? What the fuck? Where the hell did we start? No. No, that wasn't it. Yes, Dave. Dave Mealy starts us off, dude. Salute. You talk about a tried and true. Dave Mealy has issued enough bubbly and coffee for the rest of November, bro. Dave, good to see you up in here, man. As the first Superman, 1999, 4 Starbucks and 8 Dunkin' Donuts. Got that shit to a T. Dave says this is further proof that pro wrestling today is in shambles. Even the NWA can't escape controversy. What are your thoughts on the situation with Billy Corgan, Nick Aldis, Mickie James, and the way Billy is running the NWA? Dave, once again, thank you, brother. Salute. Let me give you a proper salute before I answer your question. I don't know enough about it because I know it's a circus right now, but I know, or I should take that back. I know enough about it, but I didn't do all of my detailed due diligence. What I know about it, Dave, is that Nick Aldis was upset with Billy originally because of how he treated his wife, Mickie James. That started it all. But Aldis was willing to shut the fuck up, keep going business as usual. But he said that Corgan started to go into business for himself. Like Billy started to not listen to the fans. Like more often than not, almost internally sabotaging his own product for his own stubbornness. Sound familiar, guys? We used to say that about Vincent Kennedy McMahon up in Stamford, Connecticut. So Aldis started to say, well, wait a second. Disrespecting my wife is one thing. I should have left then. But now you're disrespecting me and all the ideas that I have, shutting them down, and you're not even listening to the fans. I feel the company is going the opposite way of where it should be going. So Aldis was pissed off anyway. Aldis finally says, that's it, I'm out. Corgan says, you know what? You can't leave because you're suspended. So you have two parties. Basically, Corgan saying, like, no, you're out anyway. And Nick Aldis is saying, well, I was leaving anyway, so, you know, that's one of those you can't fire me because I quit type of deals. And so that's the situation with that. Then you have Tyrus come in when everybody thought Cardona might win the fucking thing. Tyrus comes up looking slower and worse than ever, and I liked Funkasaurus back in the day. I did. I just liked the dude. But this might be for... you know, media coverage, you know, try to get eyeballs because Tyrus does things outside of pro wrestling. Now, if you don't, I don't want to get political on this channel, and we're not going to, so I ask all of you guys not to get political, please. But if you don't fly a red flag, then you're not going to give a fuck about Funkasaurus, Tyrus. But if you do, then you probably watch a lot of Fox, for instance, and that's a lot of eyeballs. Fox gets more ratings than CNN. So if your title shows up on Fox News, it could bring in some eyeballs, man. That's what Billy's thinking, right? But we've tried this before, and it really didn't do anything. But I think he thought that could get him more eyeballs than Matt Cardona holding it and doing IWC interviews. Anyway, Dave, I don't know if you're still up in the chat, man, but that's my thoughts on it, man. It's a little bit of a recap of what I know and just my initial... it's in turmoil. Billy has lost control of it, but he keeps doubling and tripling down. His most recent comments... I got to get another coffee after this. We're just popping some bubs now, man. His recent interview, he said, which was just a few hours ago, he said, you're going to see some of the best action and best stories and something else, I forgot verbatim, than you have ever seen in pro wrestling in years. So he is telling his fucking fan base, we're going to be the best fucking promotion going forward. You're going to see more of what was it, Hard Times 3? Is that what he was promoting it as, that last event? He says you're going to see more of that type of action. So this is one of those scenarios, just like Vince McMahon, where he doesn't even think there's a problem. This guy's going on his merry fucking way, and he doesn't realize there's a fucking issue. Hard Deal. Is it Hard Deal? Hard Times? Hard Times was TNA Impact, right? Who the fuck? I didn't see it, guys. I definitely was not watching that event. This past fucking... it was Hard Times. Yeah, Hard Times. You'll be serving hard time. That was the old Big Boss Man theme. Dave, appreciate it, dude. And that's just another circus, man. You said it best, bro. Dave, this is further proof that pro wrestling today is in shambles. Exclamation point, bro. Hard Deal. Speaking of Hard Deal up with that 2-spot. Appreciate that, Hard Deal. 2-spot says, enjoy your mind for pro wrestling. Keep improving. Thank you, Hard Deal. You know it, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the coffee. Dave, back with a $9.99. Dave says, I just saw the craziest thing. Luigi Lugnuts rammed Paulie Peacock's head, bushwhacker style, into the like button. So, Dave, was he number 150 on the ups? Because we over 165 now. Beautiful. Yeah, JR9 Gaming, me too, brother. If you ever take a trip down the Cobb County, Georgia, better watch your step. You'll be serving hard time. He carries a big stick, a ball and chain too. If you're looking for trouble, he'll be coming after you. You'll serve hard time. That's when theme music was great. Nowadays, everybody's got such generic shit. Seth Rollins fucking had a song just so everybody could sing like Chris Jericho. Only it's more like Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura. But like he wanted to be like the heel where people sing, like his fucking wife, Becky Lynch. Remember her song? Oh, I'm sure Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch were sitting on the couch one day and they're like, well, if I have a song and all the fans sing, I can get over. And I like Seth Rollins. But this character is so confusing. I don't know what the fuck Seth Rollins even is anymore. It's the weirdest fucking character. Now I believe he's a face somehow, even though he keeps running away from people. The last 2 weeks, he just runs away from competition. Then at the end of the night, he has a weird title match. But theme music used to be amazing back in the day. Dave Mealy, man. Luigi Lugnuts rams Paulie Peacock's dome piece, bushwhacker style, in for that 165th like. Too funny, Dave. Always good having you up in here, man. Savage 1024, the Punisher's back in this bitch with a 5-spot and a 10-spot, 3 Starbucks, 4 Dunkins, or just a fucking expensive glass of bubbly. Savage 1024, the Punisher, says they should make a Savage the Punisher presentation month. Oh, yesterday, Savage, we were giving everybody their own fucking day because these days everybody has an excuse for why Monday Night Raw tanked in the ratings. I'm sure there's going to be a million excuses for why AEW tanked to a 112,000 viewer loss this week to 818,000 total and a .28 in the demo. There's going to be excuses. It'll be a fucking Savage 1024 day. Savage also says, BC, I've missed you, man. Last month was my birthday. I'm amplified for chapter 23. Let's go. Happy 23rd, Savage. Stay amplified all the way to 24 and beyond, brother. Appreciate the coffees, and here's a salute right back. Happy birthday, Savage. The big 2-3. Ashley Steggles is up in this fucking bitch. Ashley, I got a question. How you doing, bro? Ashley Steggles says, Papa H looking to Titanic the WWE at this rate with all of the returns. Papa H looking to Titanic the WWE at this rate with all the returns. Yeah, the ship is sinking with all of these people that Triple H is bringing back. At this point, it's sad to say, but let's stick with your concept, Ashley Steggles, the movie Titanic. You know the scene at the end where fucking Leonardo DiCaprio is behind the woman and the girl's got her arms extended on the ship at the end of the boat, and Leonardo is behind her and they have their arms wide open. At this point, I hate to say it, Triple H has to start pushing people off. Triple H is behind everybody, right? Triple H is behind fucking Candice LeRae and Johnny Wrestling. And he just fucking starts shoving motherfuckers off the boat. Oh, come on. Go, Pack, go. Tonight, big game with the Packers, man, in about an hour. Come on, man. That's funny. How is that not funny? I mean, you don't want nobody to drown, obviously. I hope they all get a fucking, push them off with some duck floaties. Push them fucking, let them have some duck floaties and shit. Call fucking the Navy or whatever, and they'll come and save them. But you gotta start pushing people off the boat, man. Too many fucking people are coming on this boat. Ashley Steggles, too funny. I had that fun with that Titanic line. Ashley Steggles with another $4.99, actually, man. Ashley says, if BC ain't crunching the numbers, something ain't right with the world. You know it, Ashley, brah. I wanted to get the rating out for sure in this live stream. I didn't think it was going to be what we got, Ashley. 118 or 112,000 viewer loss. 818,000 is your total viewership for last night's Dynamite. It doesn't seem right in a .28 demo, but no, I cracked the numbers, Ashley, and man, I did my due diligence. They're only 155,000 away from NXT's 663,000 number. So, yeah, I just love numbers, man. Ashley Steggles says, if BC ain't crunching the numbers, something ain't right with the world. Ashley, salute! And Chris Underwood, where have you been, bro? Working, kicking ass, I'm guessing. Chris Underwood with a $4.99 coffee says, my man BC, glad I can finally be back to a live stream. Man, you could probably hear the tumbleweeds on Dynamite last night. Haha, cheers, my brother. Chris, it was rough, man. Bridgeport was in their snuggies. They were reading each other bedtime stories over hot cocoa. Nobody showed up to watch a wrestling event. And just as sad, Chris Underwood, is that AEW actually did not produce that good of a show, if at all. I mean, when you see Toni Storm versus Anna Jay as your go-home show, and you see Bandito versus Ethan Page, Swerve versus Anthony Bowens. I mean, these are matches, even if you like all of these dudes, these are not matches collectively that you would want on a go-home show. And that tells me that there was several segments that had to have been well under 750, maybe even 700. That's not good. Chris Underwood, it's so good to see you back up in here, man. Salute. And Cameron Spencer, $1.99. Is it weird? I put ice in my cereal. No, keep that shit cold. Ashley Steggles, $1.79. Charlie slapped Andrade in the figure 69. And Andrade wound up in the hospital bed, man. Ashley, I'm going to go with that story, bro. I love it, Ashley Steggles. If you guys are just doing it, man, Andrade posted a picture from a hospital bed, and he said, "I'll explain later." Ashley Steggles has cracked the code of what has happened. Charlotte slapped that figure 69 on Andrade, and Andrade just overworked himself straight into the hospital. We hope all the best for Andrade. Ashley Steggles, man. DB for life is up in this bitch with a 10 spot. DB for life. How you doing, dude? WWE shows at this point will be nothing but 25-man plus 30 women tag matches and schmazzes, and a lot of catering time for these talents. Plus, what is H going to do with future NXT call-ups? H needs to stop. That's what I'm asking, DB for life. I'm glad that to know that I'm not alone, brother. I'm glad that you're asking the same questions, and I didn't even think about the NXT call-ups. I'm just thinking about all the people he's re-signing. The NXT call-ups, that's a whole nother fucking plethora of people that are going to have to come in eventually. You know, I have some fun with it, but I think I put this into the description down below, but I said Triple H needs an intervention. Right? The Levesques, the McMahons, everybody has to have an intervention. Triple H, Paul Levesque needs an intervention, and they need to tell him, dude, you saw what happened when Tony Khan did nothing but hire people. The ratings either stayed the same or went backwards. Bro, you're at a 1.6 on Monday nights, and you brought back like 15 people already, and you're about to bring in 5 more people, and the ratings are going down. Intervention time for Paul Levesque, guys. Has to happen. DB for life, no doubt. Dave Mealy with a $4.99. Dave's back, throwing another coffee over to BC and saying, sorry, BC, but I got to trump you with your dream match. Give me Shawn Michaels versus Eddie Guerrero. Okay, so earlier I said Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles would be a dream match for BC. Dave Mealy's going for a trump on BC. Trump and BC with Shawn Michaels versus Eddie Guerrero. Hey, Dave, let's take it, man. Let's take it over to the chat. I'm taking this one to the chat. It's time to poll, motherfuckers. All right, Dave, here we go, man. May the best man win on this, dude. This will be fun. Now, you guys are going to have to read this question correctly because I only have one shot at it, all right? All right. Would you rather see HBK versus AJ Styles over HBK versus Eddie Guerrero? Come on. Helmet's going all over the place. All right, so the question is this, guys. Would you rather see HBK versus AJ Styles over HBK versus Eddie Guerrero? So if you would rather see HBK versus AJ Styles, you're going to press yes. If you would rather see HBK versus Eddie Guerrero, you press no. There's no losing here. We would win either way. This will be up in your chat in about 10 seconds. I'll set a low bar number here. I need at least 50 of you guys to participate. Would you rather see HBK versus AJ Styles over HBK versus Eddie Guerrero? If not, press no. Nobody loses here because both of these matches are amazing. So Dave Mealy or BC, we gonna win with all of you guys. Oh, that's close, bro. I need 6 more though. I need this to be 50 to be valid. Oh, shit, 51-49. This is crazy. We're witnessing history, one of the closest polls of all time. Oh, we got over 50 already, man. I'll leave it up another few seconds, but it looks like you guys want to see HBK versus Guerrero over AJ Styles versus HBK. Ooh, shit, that's so close, bro. 75 votes. We're nearly at 50-50. Damn. I almost don't want to end the poll, but I did say once we hit 50, but I mean, you guys were fucking rocking this poll out. We just had 10 more votes, and it stayed at 51-49, guys, which means those last 10 votes were literally 5-5. I'm ending it. I'm ending the poll. Dave Mealy wins the poll over PC. Dave, you still up in the chat? Congratulations, bro. Your match would end up, if the Amplified unit was booking WrestleMania, your match would go into it. Eddie Guerrero versus HBK would go over BC's booking of HBK AJ Styles. Dave, salute, brother. Good victory, man. All of us would be the winners because those are two fucking amazing fucking matches. Dream matches personified. Dave, good trump there, brother. Miles Angel, $9.99. Couple of coffees. Miles, what up, dude? What's up, BC? Do you think 3H's will book Cody Rhodes to the moon when he returns? 3H's seems like he's a petty dude. I just hope he does right by the company and pushing him. It's best for business. Miles, I don't know, but I got to be honest, Miles, as I always am. I'm going to say this because I haven't really covered this, Miles, so this is a good time to say this. Good question. I am concerned when Cody Rhodes gets back how Triple H is going to book him because with Vince, Cody knew where he stood, and Vince knew that he had to give Cody freedom. Cody Rhodes has done some shit in AEW. He did it out of respect mostly, though, man. He always saw himself like he wanted to be like that Triple H type figure of AEW, you know? Papa Cody? I don't know. But it wasn't really out of malice. The whole the sledgehammer to the throne, you guys remember that? But as Miles has said, and I've said many times in the past, Triple H Paul Levesque is very petty. So I hope that Cody Rhodes does not get punished or get weak-ass booking when he returns. I am actually very concerned with Cody Rhodes, Miles Angel. Appreciate the call, the coffee and the fucking bubbly. Miles, that's my honest answer, bro. I've been concerned about that for a while for Cody Rhodes. So it's a wait and see game, but that's my answer. Absolutely, I believe he could easily be petty for things done in the past, and this Cody Rhodes is just not a Triple H guy. Miles, appreciate it. Jimmy Fingers 19's up in this bitch. Jimmy Fingers 19 with a couple 219s. Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan was a banger. Yeah, Jimmy Fingers 19 is going off of what we were talking about earlier. Scottie Hottie trying to tell all promoters, stop promoting women versus men. Stop the intergender shit because now he has a daughter and he's high and mighty. She's 20 years old. She can fucking come up with her own fucking what she likes and doesn't like, Scottie. But we started talking about how it benefits these ladies. And usually in pro wrestling, it doesn't fucking hurt them, man, or they look badass. Jimmy Fingers 19 is correct. Tessa Blanchard was badass in those Sami Callihan fights. I call them fights. I understand it's not actual combat, but if you watch Tessa and Sami, I mean, fuck. Jimmy Fingers 19 also says, Scottie Hottie's finisher sucked, by the way. What was it? What was the warm the finisher? WORM. Was that the actual finisher or did he have something else? But that was funny. Now Otis does a whole fucking variation of it. Jimmy Fingers 19. Good call on Tessa. We brought up a bunch of people like Jordan Grace and Rhea Ripley and Chyna. Even Nia Jax. We forgot to say Tessa Blanchard, who has absolutely come to blows with a lot of motherfuckers. Dwayne Kearns with a 2-spot. No words needed, just showing the love. Thank you, Dwayne Kearns. Appreciate the coffee, dude. That was a whole first round there, guys. I don't know if there was more after. Oh, yes, there was. Hold on. Let me see here, man. Eric Newton with that 5-spot call. Eric Newton says, how is Tony Clown messing it up so bad with MJF? I hate MJF getting babyface reaction. I'm going to riot if MJF doesn't win the title Saturday. Eric Newton, man, a lot of people are saying it's that or bust. It's MJF wins this or bust. Now, I think both are putting on the work of their careers. Mox and MJF have simultaneously been putting the promotion on their backs. So it's almost criminal to take that title off of Mox, and it is just as criminal for MJF to walk out without the title. I don't know how Tony does this other than he is not going to be a babyface, bro. So Eric Newton, you may not have to worry. I think somehow William Regal is going to turn on Mox, and MJF is going to turn into a diabolical, actual devil of pro wrestling. More heelish than we've ever seen before. That's what I think is going to happen, and I think it's the only way out of Mox losing the title. Because I also agree, if I was to go 51-49, like the poll that we just cut, 51-49, just barely, if I was to tip the scale in one direction over the other, I would have to say MJF has to walk out with the title. So the only way to do it is, JR9 Gaming, perfect. Regal passes the brass knuckles to MJF. MJF maybe has a grin, and he fucking delivers the final blow after a war. By that point, Mox is already wearing the crimson mask anyway, and that's just the icing on the cake. I think that's the only way hey, James Miller, Owen Hart versus Chad Gable as an undercard match, sign me the fuck up. That would be a fucking amazing, man. Give him 27 minutes up front. Fuck yeah. Jimmy Fingers 19 with a 10-19. Jimmy Fingers 19. Salute says went to hit the like button with a Scottie 2 Hottie war, but WORM Scottie 2 Hottie finisher, but it took me 12 minutes to hit. So the like moved out the way. So I hit it with the sword that was used to choppy the PP of Val. Jimmy Fingers, these are getting longer and longer, bro. Basically, you fucking choppied Val Venus's penis off in order to smash the like button? Is that what I'm gathering? Jimmy Fingers, these are getting longer and longer, dude. It took so long for him to hit the fucking move. So the sword that was used to choppy the PP of Val Venus. Well, that sucks because that's his whole gimmick. Val Venus's whole gimmick is his fucking PP. I hope he can find work going forward. Jimmy Fingers, I don't care how you fucking got there with what sword or who got their PP cut off. As long as you smash that up, that's all that matters, brother. And we are dangerously close to 200 live. So that's badass. I appreciate that, Jimmy Fingers. I can always count on you guys to smash the up in the most courageous and fucking badass of ways, man. I mean, you guys are fucking catapulting with swords just to make sure the like button gets smashed. If you guys are not heroes, then I don't know who is. Jimmy Fingers 19. Salute, brother. DB for life. 5 spot. DB for life. Back with another coffee. Do appreciate it, man. Hit the like button with the metal diploma. Now you are talking, the metal diploma, are you talking Chad Gable during that promo, or are you talking the Geniuses poems platform he used to have? Remember he used to carry the poems on that metal fucking clipboard? DB, what metal diploma, man? Because there were several used in old school WWE. You guys are getting creative with smashing this fucking like button, bro. DB for life, if you're still in there, let me know. Because if you remember the old school Geniuses clipboard that he used to recite the poems and he used to bring his diplomas to the ring, if you remember the Genius, then I give you a double salute. Too funny, man. DB for life. Going old school with the fucking Genius. If you guys don't know who the Genius is, that was Randy Poffo's brother in real life, Lenny Poffo. And if you don't know who Randy Poffo is, that's the Macho Man Randy Savage. That's his real name. Lenny Poffo was the Genius. Yeah, DB for life. You were talking about the Genius. Fuck yeah, brother. I used to... Man, you're bringing me back to the day, man. I'm going to get all emotional with Old School World Wrestling Federation. Gruss 512 with a 5-spot coffee. Gruss 512, what up, dude? Good to see you up in here, Gruss. I got a dream pay-per-view called Rivals. Punk vs. Omega. Road Dogg vs. Bret Hart. Russo vs. Cornette. And TK vs. Triple H. Gruss 512. That is a Forbidden Door pay-per-view that I would literally pay like $199 up front. I would literally pay multiple hundreds of dollars to watch that card. I would. I'm not even being funny or for entertainment to get a laugh. I would literally pay $199 to watch that. If you're giving me Punk Omega, TK versus Triple H, Bret Hart gets to wrestle again, I get Vince Russo versus Jimmy Cornette, that alone is worth fucking $99.99. Gruss 512. Oh, man, I'd probably have to just buy a front row seat for that shit. Count me there, bro, if you ever put that card together. Good shit, man. That's funny. Triple J 82882 is back up in this bitch. Haven't seen you in a minute. Triple J 82882 says, I would pay to see Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. Oh, me too, brother. Double. No question, man. Bret Hart and Kurt Angle in their prime. I would still, man, even if you gave it to me today, it would just be good to see him, but it would be kind of sad. Bret just can't go anymore. I bet you Kurt Angle has one left in him, but it's even still different. But in their prime, Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, bro, I would pay double easily. Triple, who am I fucking kidding, bro? Triple J 82882. That's just no doubt with 4 exclamation points, bro. Dante Jaron 23 caught the stream. Dante, good to have you up in here, bro. 199. Missed my super, but wrestling has been very subpar. Missed my super. Oh, did I? Hold on. Let me go back. Dante Jaron 23 with the original 199 says, need some amplification. My dog died today. Dante, bro, much love to your dog, man. Much love, power, prayers, respect, strength to you, your family, and your dog, brother. I'm not even joking. A pet is a family member. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. A pet is a family member, bro. And that is horrible. So prayer emojis for sure for Dante Jaron 23. Let me go back here. Dante Jaron 23. Dude, I'm glad BC could go live, man, and give you some amplification today. Thank you, guys. Dante, I don't know if you're still up in the chat, brother, but I hope you're feeling all the love, dude. Or if you come back later on and you end up checking this out. I was able to catch your I'm sorry I missed the last super. There was a bunch of them that came in today. I was not expecting this. This was supposed to be a half an hour stream, an hour tops. The Green Bay Packers are playing in about a half an hour. So this was not supposed to go this long, so I'm sorry I missed your chat, man, but I'm glad that I caught it. Thank you for telling me. And just stay strong, man. I think I missed a bunch. Hold on. Yeah, I think I missed a bunch. Hold on. Dante Jaron 23. I'll get to your other one, too, Dante Jaron 23. Just give me a sec, please. Because I think I missed a few. Savage 1024 The Punisher. I missed one of your supers from earlier, bro. A 10 spot, couple of coffees saying the reason why all gymnastic wrestling is losing ratings is because there's no CM Punk. The matches consist of flippity dippities and all these jobbers who couldn't catch a dog's eye. Well, I think they're losing ratings for more than just no CM Punk. CM Punk wasn't even bringing in big ratings. So, I mean, I absolutely agree. The flippity dippity dives are not bringing in ratings. It never has. Over the test of time, they never really brought in ratings. Even back in WCW Nitro days with the cruiserweights, they were the lowest rated segs. But CM Punk also didn't move the needle that much. So, I mean, he's just as much to blame. He's just not as much of a draw as people thought he was. Savage, I appreciate that. Hard deal with a 5 spot. Hard deal. I missed one of your supers from earlier. Just getting it now. TK needs to book for the mass, not for the internet elite. If Cody was there, he'd put the storyline forefront. Another 5 spot for the coffee fund. Hard deal. I appreciate that. It'll absolutely be before the Packer game. I'm getting quadded coffees. I'm not even joking. You know, when those 4-pack, I'm going to Starbucks and I'm literally loading up a 4-pack. So I'm set for the game. Couple of fucking cold frappuccinos, a couple of fucking lattes. So I appreciate that hard deal. But you are exactly right, brother. He's got to think about casuals, man. Enough of this bullshit. Casual fans don't exist anymore. They do, and they just showed you this week because you just lost 112,000 viewers from last week. Where did they go, brother? Are they becoming casual? Because you better get them back. Book to the fucking masses, brah. Hard deal. You are absolutely correct. Now I got to make sure I got everybody. I missed several from earlier. You guys came fucking on fire today, man. Now I think I got caught up. Back to Dante Jaron 23. So I read your original one. Now you say, yes, missed my super. I did end up getting that Dante Jaron 23. I hope you got all the love up in the chat, man, for your dog. That fucking sucks, and they'll always be with you, brother. Always, always, always have them in your memory, man. Every day. Give them a good thought. Dante Jaron 23 says, wrestling has been very subpar. 100%. Nobody's having fun anymore booking it, guys. If you're wondering why the ratings suck, if you're wondering why you don't really feel like wrestling's great these days or even good, it's because the bookers, the promoters are not having fun booking it. Watch last night's show for Dynamite, guys. That was booked with no fun. You saw the tag match ended up being fun because the four components fucking work so well together. But nobody had fun booking this. The whole 2 hours. Where was Tony Khan having fun with this card? Monday Night Raw. Where was Triple H having fun approving this show? This is not fun, bro. Back in the Attitude Era, you had Eric Bischoff and WCW just having fun. They were having fun, and that fucking jumped off the screen, and we were having fun with all the stories and characters. WWE started to have fun, man, and we started to get fucking interesting, captivating shit. These are just formulaic shows, bro. You tune in at the top, we watch fucking match, promo, couple matches, promo, match. Oh, wow, this person came back. Match, promo, match, promo, show's done. Let's go to the next show, WWE Tonight. Match, promo, match, promo, rematch, mosh, and next show. It's rinse and repeat, cut and paste, all of these shows. So Dante Jaron 23, you are not alone, brother. I've been saying this for the longest time. You are correct. It's subpar. It feels that way because it is subpar. And that's why there's channels like BC Amplified that's trying to change the tide. By the way, we smashed over 200 on the ups, guys. That's all you guys, man. Now we head toward 300 because we are fucking badass. That's why. Prime Killer's up in this bitch. 5 spot. The promo Theory did on Monday is a promo that Triple H would deliver himself, trying to make sense of an angle that makes no sense. I thought the same thing, Prime Killer. I'm like, he strategically stayed away from the fact that it was an open challenge, right? He's trying to make all these excuses because he knows everybody's just going to fucking feed into it, right? Oh, that's a good excuse. He was never going to beat Roman anyway, and he just lost his marbles. It was an open challenge, bro. It would make more sense if you said, I didn't mean to actually hand the briefcase. I was caught up in the moment. I came out there to answer the open challenge, and I just had a moment of fucking, I just lost, and I handed the briefcase like an idiot. Yeah, my bad. I want that shit back. And it becomes a little storyline within it, you know? That makes more sense. You accidentally handed the briefcase, but you just wanted to beat Seth in the open challenge. But to totally glaze over that and not even bring it up, and just say, I was never going to beat Roman anyway. There was always going to be somebody there to prevent me. So I just said, you know what? Let me just go for the mid-card title. Months away from when I even have to fucking decide. He still had months to go. None of it made sense, but this is exactly what Paul Levesque would book. Exactly right, Prime Killer. And DB for life with a 2 spot. Bray Wyatt versus 96-97 Mankind. The best Mick Foley, bro. Aside from WCW Cactus Jack, DB for life. Because I used to love Cactus Jack in WCW. His matches with Sting, Jake Roberts, Van Vader. But yeah, Mankind, 96, 97, even into 98, correct? Man, best Mick Foley. Wow, that was a lot. Hold on, there's even more, bro. Hold on, Jimmy Fingers 19 came in with another coffee. Jimmy Fingers, man, you rock, brother. 2 dream matches that we never got. They might not have been great in the ring, but would have tore the roof off. Hogan versus Austin. Taker versus Sting. I'm paying triple for both. Jimmy Fingers 19, double salute. That's for Hogan Austin, and this one's for Taker Sting. No question. No question, bro. Whether people like Hulk Hogan or not, whether people are just over all of the Sting Undertaker talk. It doesn't matter. Both of those matches is a sign me up. Here's double the money. Here's triple the fucking money. Jimmy Fingers 19, no doubt, bro. I'd be front row for that. If you put both of those matches on one card, I'm front row. Gruss 512 with a 5-spot says, I see MJF forming a super heel faction with Tony Khan in the firm. Tony Khan's version of the corporation. Hey, Gruss 512, up front, I don't want to see that. If it's done correctly, it would be one of the best things in pro wrestling in years. How's that, Gruss? I'm on both sides of the spectrum. If you're not going to do it correctly, I don't want to see that ever. If they did that correctly, and you had an AEW formation of the corporation, it would be one of the best things we have seen in years. So Gruss 512, there's a chance that could work. It would have to be done pristinely to near perfection. Interesting concept, though, Gruss 512. Interesting concept. Ashley Steggles 179 says, WCW had fun right up until the finger poke of doom. Boom. There it is. Hulk Hogan gets the fucking championship. Who was that? Kevin Nash? Yep. And then it was enough. Everybody had seen so much. Everybody had seen David Arquette winning championships. Everybody had seen everybody had seen Eric Bischoff. Literally. I mean, we use the term go into business for yourself, but Bischoff, there was a time where it was almost like he didn't even give a fuck or just forgot he was running a wrestling show. And he was just having fun. Now, there's a line, right? There's a line. You want to have a lot of fun so we can feel that, right? And we can get captivated by that. But then there's a point where you're just doing things for your own entertainment. And that's what I feel TK's kind of doing when he books. I think these are just matches that TK wants to see because he's a fan at heart. He's a big mark. I'm not saying that negatively. He's a big mark. But you can't just book for yourself. Even if BC, right? I'm very opinionated. I'm a hot-headed fucking dude from New England who lived in New York for so many years. I got a podcast. Of course, I'm going to be opinionated. That's why I have a podcast. I would hope that's why you guys tune in. But even if I was a head booker at a promotion, I can't just book what I would like, guys. I would have to book what is right and stay away from what is wrong. Anyway, that's a long answer. Ashley Steggles, you are exactly right. The finger poke of fucking doom, brother. Helped put the final nail into the WCW coffin. Sadly, because that's when Vince McMahon just... you could say that's when it started to unravel, you know. Luckily, we got one last fun little arrow with the ruthless aggression, and then that was it, bro. To all my super chatters, man, you guys are the fucking best. What a turnout. I did not expect... I thought this would be about a half an hour. We're going on an hour and 40 fucking minutes. I want to give another shout out to all my supers, man. All my VIPs, my fucking unit on the next level. Dave Mealy, Hard Deal, Savage 1024 The Punisher, Dante Jaron 23, Ashley Steggles, Chris Underwood, Cameron, Ashley Steggles, a bunch of you guys, several fucking coffees, brah. DB for Life, Miles Angel, Jimmy Fingers 19, Eric Newton, Gruss 512, Triple J 82 882, Prime Killer. And if I missed anybody else, I think I got everybody. I'll get it afterwards if I did, but I think I got everybody, man. Even the ones that I missed earlier. So I just wanted to give you guys another shout out because throwing BC a coffee is never needed. I'm going to have coffee anyway, guys. I'm totally fine. I don't need any coffee. Well, I mean, I do, but I'm all set. I got plenty of fucking money to do that. That's just showing the ultimate sign of respect to the content creator. It's like tipping. And that's why I look at that so awesomely, that you guys took a fucking moment to tip the content. You guys took a moment to tip fucking BC and throw him a coffee. I just think that's badass. So I always want to make sure that you guys feel that appreciation right back, man. Because I don't take that lightly. That's another level of support. Because all I ask for is just smashing the up. That's totally free. Just smash that for the algorithm. Because BC goes live with like 20 minutes of notice. I don't do myself any favors. You know what I mean? So nobody ever knows I'm fucking live till later. The following 24 hours is when you start to see thousands of people show up and go, BC, you were live? And I'm like, yeah, I only gave 20 minutes of notice, but you should have been notified. So anyway, guys, much love and respect. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. If you have, I think it's on Amazon Prime. the Green Bay Packer game. I don't think it's on TV or cable. But if you have it, enjoy the Green Bay Packer game. I hope my Packers win. I got a lot of yelling to do. Whenever there's a Packer game, I yell for 3 hours straight. If you think I yell a lot for pro wrestling, you don't ever want to listen to BC watching a Green Bay game or a New York Yankee game. It's not good. New York Knicks is another level. New York Knicks, I show up to Madison Square Garden and I lose my fucking voice every game. But that's what I'm about to go do, man. First, I got to get a bunch of coffees. I have to take care of 2 fucking errands, and then I can watch the game later tonight. So, with that said, to my amplified unit, much love and respect. We will do this again very soon. SmackDown is tomorrow, so I will have a review within a 24-hour span afterwards. To everybody up in the chat, I kept you here long enough. I ain't going to do a roll call, but to all of you guys, much love and respect. To all my super chats, another additional level of respect. Much love to all you guys, and we will do this again soon. Top guy, I'm out. BC, say and check you. Salute.